Good morning. My name is Julie, Silver Stitches here on Instagram and on YouTube. Welcome. I'm glad to see you here today. Today is Tuesday, July 28th, 2026, and I'm back for a semi-regular update. So I got most of what I wanted to accomplish done, but I still have a lot of stitches to go on Milestone Manor. More of that to come. I decided to finish stitching on everything that I was going to stitch from last week, and the Milestone Manor piece is just going to continue on until the stitches get completed. So, here we go. Are you ready? So far, this week, I wonder if I can do that. Anyways, I stitched a bunch. That's all I know. I finished a lot of my goals. So some of them were stitched to the closest percent. Some of them were stitched to the closest, whatever. What I was doing was I had a pack of cards. And I know where I can find all that. I had a pack of cards, it just needs to load, and I essentially drew 4 projects. I think. And the one, okay, well, I worked on 3 out of the 4. Let's find out together, shall we? Sheet 2. Oh, and my nails aren't great, but life happens. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Autumn Fairies. Oh. I think I missed out on one project. I know I missed out on one project. Anyways, I worked on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects in total. One of them was not supposed to be in the calls at all. So, what I did is I took a pack of cards and I flipped over I stitched. That's all I gotta know. Alright, so go back to Notion. By the way, I use Notion now, and that is Simon. And that is my air conditioning, and it is raining, so I have all the lights on. Okay, so let's start with Autumn Fairies. This is by Karen Middleton of Heaven and Earth Design. It is a retired chart. It was a freebie from a very long time ago. Can't exactly tell you when. And here we go. So I put in 338 stitches. I rolled over the 75% mark, so that's good. I am now at 75.19%. I have 13,910 stitches in here, and I finished this row because that's what I needed to do. I needed to finish a row for my call. Woo! So I finished the row. What happens if I do this? Ooh, that's bright. Better? Who knows? Okay, so I finished a row. I finished this row right here for 338 stitches. Because the call was finish a row or stitch 400 stitches. So I did 338 to finish the row instead of the 400. But this is where we're at. It's very exciting. So yeah, so we are just under, I don't have the remaining thing, but it's just under 5,000 stitches remaining, I think. That makes sense, yes. Yeah, so 4,000 something or other. Hooray! That's exciting. I really like this one. I'm going to be sad when it's done. This is my next I'm going to be sad when it's done piece. The next piece I'm going to be very sad when I'm done. I put 200 stitches into it just for fun. was Mini Beginner Seashell. That's this. This is by Kayomi Hirai. You can still get this on the website of Heaven and Earth Design. And I was at between watching my friend's children and, what was I doing? And the trailer. I finished this diagonal in here. So that was 200 stitches. This is the whole thing so far. This is the bottom. So I'm just going to need to come back over to the other side and finish this bottom. And so we are at 73.12. So I also flipped over the percentage for that one. Worked into all of the different things here. Finished the diagonal. Worked in the parked threads. And then I went back in to finish up anything that is left behind. It's looking really good now that I have this on the camera. It looks really good from far away, actually. That looks great. So we are at 18,498 out of 25,298. So that means that there are 7,000 left. 7,000 stitches, right? I think so. Ta-da! Okay, and then the next one, we're going to jump a little bit down in the alphabet. Next one is Sad Fairy. Now, everybody who has been watching me recently knows, or not recently, from the beginning of time, knows that I've had a love-hate relationship with this specific work in progress. I've been working on this one for a very, very long time, and I finally figured out a way to conquer the movement of this piece. So what I decided to do is, it's my piece, I can do whatever I want, so I decided to start the diagonal. So that is 210 stitches completed. It does look like there's a little bit of a line here. That's because we did the page break, right? So anyway, it's looking really good, and we are now at 3.44%. At 6510, so 6,510 out of 189,000. So don't get too excited. Very exciting though. I finally figured out a way to make that piece start moving again. When I do get back down to the end of this page, I think I'm just going to create like a diagonal something or other. I'll still work in the 3x3 blocks, but yes, I think that's only 2 though, because that was the, I don't remember. Anyway, 210. Ta-da! Alright. Spiral Spectrum Heart. This was my Milestone Manor piece. I ended up putting in only 72 stitches out of 1,280. I've been kind of obviously neglecting this piece this week. It was busy. I had no time to do anything. I'll tell you all about that well, clearly I did some stuff, but not a lot of stuff. So, come on, Skitters. Come on. Good boy. Anyway. You will see him when he arrives. So what I've decided to do, so we are now at 0.60% at 952 stitches. Yeah, so what I did was I added all these stitches over here. How I was going to work this piece originally was that I was going to fill in the rest of the block, and if these stitches carried over to the next block or the next block, I would just fill it in that way, and then once that block is completed, then that's it for the day, kind of thing. But that only happened once. I was supposed to work on it, I think, every day to try and chip away at this 1,280 stitches for Milestone Manor. So that piece is my front hallway piece. This is a picture of the layout that I've chosen to do. So last time I rolled, it was for Owl Family 4, which I designed myself. And then this time for so that was the front door, or the porch, I guess. And then this one is for the entryway, which will be my go back to point whenever the time resets. So that is an ongoing situation. I don't have any timeline for that. It's however long it takes. I'm not rushing through it. The last one is Sunflower Cottage. This also received its full amount of stitching needed this week. This is Mini Sunflower Cottage by Donna Gelsinger of Heaven and Earth Design. You can still get it on the Heaven and Earth Design website. And not only did I finish the width of the piece, I ended up getting it to 10%. So when I decide to be able to fold all this stuff, there we go. This is the whole width of the piece. Oh jeez. This is the whole width of the piece. And I went back in and filled some in. Does it see? I filled some bananas. Good enough. Okay, so I filled some in here because I was finishing 10 by 10 blocks. And then I did not have 3609. I need 3609 apparently in this next little roundabout. So then I decided to just go back to easy peasy lemon squeezy, filling in the blue. So it's all over the place. It's not in one specific section, but this is the whole width of the piece. Hooray! So I am working that column by column. No, row by row. Sorry, row by row to, dude, that was like the one that I showed up the least. I think it's because I don't like holding it. It's very awkward. Anyways, yes, it's very fun. I quite enjoy it. Oh man, there is no winning today. Okay, so good enough. So this is the whole piece. I started this in February 2025 after I found out about my cancer diagnosis. And this piece kind of downloading update. What kind of update? For my phone? Or what's the situation here? If this restarts, I don't know what the situation is. Okay, I am going to pause though and get my new game back. So I decided last week that I wanted to play a few games. Ornament Dragon. Where did that one go? I did the stitches for it. Ah, bananas. Nope. Alright, I'm going to come back with Ornament Dragon because I did do the stitches for that, for the Ticket to Ride game. Okay, so I'm going to come back with that. I'm going to come back with the deck of cards, and let's see what we're going to do for this week. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, that was easy enough. Everything was right where it should have been. I just didn't find it yet. Okay, so we are going to take out the orange because I did the orange last week. So the orange is coming out because that was Ornament Dragon. Although before all that, I am going to show you Ornament Dragon because it was just hiding in a project bag that I didn't get out of the space. Anyway, okay, so the last one I need to show you then, I guess, is software update is ready to install. What software update? Anyways, I love when I'm not on airplane mode. Okay, so this is Ornament Dragon by Lisa Parker of Heaven and Earth Design. It is still there. I don't know what dragon looks like. Has anybody ever seen that, or has it always just been an ornament? Anyway, it was it was 50 stitches, and I'm going to show that to you from the back. Okay, so it was 50 stitches, and this is the top. Oh, skitters! What the bananas? Don't even try. Don't even. You'll see him soon. I'm going to pick him up. Okay, this is the top. It was only 50 stitches, so don't get excited. I don't know if I have any information, but ta-da! 50 stitches. So I added the 50 stitches in here. I know, very exciting, very exciting. Okay, so glad I got to show you that. Let's actually do the math right now. So if I do, is it even in here? I think that's part of the problem. No, it's not even in here. So that's part of the problem. I did not put it into my Notion app. But if I, no, it's not even in the other app. Anyways, stop. He's being a kitten today. He's going to be 5 in December. Excuse me, sir. Okay, come say hi to the people. Hello, people. Look how cute he is. Okay, there you go. Okay, so I took the orange one out. So my Ticket to Ride premise is I have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colored cards of trains. I'm going to randomly pick one. Each of these trains have a work in progress associated with them. So let's see what we're going to work on this week. I'm going to shuffle them, and then I'm going to show you first. Well, then I'll show me first too, because I can see me on the camera. And here we go. So I'm going to work on blue, cookies and cocoa, 4. Let's find out how many stitches. Did I end up making the Tiny Decisions app? Let's find out. Hundreds, tens, or... I think I did, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so... reset wheel. So, each card of these ones, each one of these cards has a number on the bottom, see? I take that number and I either times it, add another 0, or I add 2 zeros. So let's, for example, say I chose 10. I'm not choosing 10 particularly, but it could either be 100 or 1,000. So let's find out. Into cookies and cocoa, which is exciting. Okay, here we go. Let's do it on the screen because that's even more fun. Are we doing this screen, man? Let's see if I can turn it down. Is that how it works? Come on, scroll down. Dark. Can you see it? You can. Okay, so zeros and other zeros. So I am going to... Good. I'm only doing 100. I didn't say that. Okay, so I'm only doing 100. Well, no, I didn't pick a card yet. Oh, the bananas. Okay, well, we're going to clear that again. Clear wheel. I'm going to actually pick a card. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. What is that? A 6? This is a 6. So it's either going to be 60 or 600. Now, we are going to roll the wheel. Spin the wheel again. Try again. This is going to be 60 or 600. 60. Perfect. So I'm going to write that somewhere so I don't forget. Da 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 da. Come on. Oh, that's not the right one. Oh man. Okay. What's it going to open first? Oh, Notions. Good. Okay. So make it bright again so I can see it. Cookies and cocoa. Okay, I'm going to pause when I find everything, and I'm going to get all the whips when I get the chance. So, we are loading, we are loading, we are loading. La la la, la la la. Anytime now, people, anytime. I just closed it. I didn't even close it. I just, no, that's not the one I wanted anyway. Oh, good grief. Okay, so I wanted Excel. Hold on, please. Pause. Okay, so, sorry about the break. I did that, right? I did the cookies and cocoa for 60, and now I have a deck of cards that I've taken out all of last week's calls for, including Forever Friends because I haven't worked on it yet, so I'm going to catch up. So now, I'm only going to pull 3 instead of the 4 because I already have... Here, let's reset the board. Okay. Clear that one. That one's done. Sad Fairy is done. Clear. And clear. Okay, so I'm keeping Forever Friends in there because I never got to work on it. So let's find out what exactly I will be working on this week. So my card game. I have, as you can see, a deck of cards, and I have a project listed for all of the different card values. So 10s, you know, 2 to ace. If it's like a 10 of hearts, let's say, I either have to round it to the next 1,000 stitches or stitch 500, whichever comes first. If it's a diamond, I need to finish the next row or diagonal, or 400 stitches, whichever comes first. Clubs, I have to reach the next whole percent, or 300 stitches, whichever comes first. Spades, I have to round to the nearest 500 stitches, or 200 stitches, whatever comes first. And then if I have both jokers in here, so the red joker, I need to add 100 stitches to every project in this session. If I pull the black joker, it's subtract 100 stitches to every project in the session. So let's do this. Let's shuffle one more time, and then we'll see what we get. So, red joker. We're already adding 100 stitches to everything. Okay, so I'm going to pull 3 cards. What happens if I get red and black at the same time? It goes back to the same. So, 3 of diamonds. So, we're going to work on beginner seashell. And I'm going to put in a diamond. Diamond. Good grief. Recent. Diamond. And I'm going to say red jack. RJ. Okay. Next one. If I get the same one, I'm just... if I get the same number, I'm just going to skip past it. That's how it works. 6 of hearts. So, Celestial Forest Hills Landscape. Hearts. Red Joker. And the last one is... So we're going to equal out. So, cool. Okay, so regular stitches then. Good grief. All that for that. Alright, we're going back to regular stitches. Oh, good. Last one is 7 of clubs. Dragon in the morning. So, clubs. Perfect. So my 4 stitches, my 4 projects for this round are Beginner Seashell, Celestial Forest Hills Landscape, Dragon in the Morning, and then I'll get back to Forever Friends for this round. So, I'm going to collect all the things I need and get right back to you. Okay, I think I finally figured everything out. Anyway, okay, sorry. Here we go. Let's start with the train game. So it is Cookies and Cocoa by Stitch Is So Beautiful. I am currently at... Okay, good. 2.21% at 500 stitches out of 22,607. Here we are, a whole 500 stitches. I'm doing this on a 20 count piece of gridded Aida. So I need to put only 60 stitches into that, but that's still going to be more than I had before, so c'est la vie. Next up is, I really need a better plan. Next up will be beginner seashell. You already saw that, but my goal for that is diamonds. My goal for that is finish the next diagonal or row or 400 stitches. So what I'm going to end up doing is just put in this next 200 section diagonal. Alright, what's next? Celestial Forest Hills Landscape. This is by Artisy. It was a free chart on their website, and I don't know if it's there anymore, but here we are. It is before. It will be hearts. It will be round to next 1,000 or 500 stitches. So let's see which one it's going to be. So currently right now it has 625 stitches into it. So that means I'm going to be putting in 475, 375. I can't math. 375. I'm going to put 375 stitches into this to make it to go to 1,000. So that'll be exciting. I'm just going to continue on my rows, on my diagonals, I should say. It's coming out really well. I'm very, very happy with how cartoony fun this looks, which is exactly what it's supposed to be, but I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. Next up is, I'm flipping between two apps, and that's part of the problem. Alright, next up is Dragon in the Morning. Does anybody remember? Oh, bananas. I didn't actually, maybe I did and it just didn't come up. Dragon Street. Clubs? Sure. Yes, it was a 7 of clubs. Round to the next whole percent or 300 stitches. So chances are I'm doing 300 stitches. Let's find out what the situation is. So this is Dragon in the Morning. It is being held onto by Skitters. Thank you, buddy. And it's by Randall Spangler of Heaven and Earth Designs. It is still there. This is the mini. 16.28%. So chances are it's not going to be the next percent. So don't eat that. So this is where we're at for that one. So chances are, yes, it's only going to be 300 stitches. So that'll get me into the next diagonal, I think. Ow, ow, ow. I need to cut. Anyways. So yes, it'll be, yes, oh for sure, it's going to be within the next diagonal. Alrighty. And then, second last project, well, I think, yeah, okay. This is the work in progress that I did not get to from last week. So this is Forever Friends by Oleg Gavrilov. This is the quick stitch version. Hearts, round to the next 1,000 or 600 stitches. So round to the next 1,000 or 600 stitches for Forever Friends. Will be round to the next 1,000 because I'm at 2,717. So we're just working our way across here. I decided to just go and row by row in the end. Just at least to get to see where the end of the project is. The work in progress project is. Alright, and then I still need to do math, but I need to do 1,280 minus 72. Great, so 1,208. 1,208 stitches on This one. Spiral Spectrum Heart Max Color by Stitches So Beautiful. Alright. And that, except for one more bonus project, because that's what I like to do apparently. My bonus project this week, should be every week, but it's not. My bonus project this week is going to be my surprise gift stitch for my stepdaughter. I am currently at 2.70%, so I have a little bit of ways to go. It's got 21,463 stitches, so we're getting there. I've done 580 of them, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't watch, so this is what it looks like. I'm not going to show the cover photo, but this is where we're at with that one. If I put in any extra stitches, it's going to be into this one this week. And that's what it's looking like. Ta-da! Alright. Now, shall I update you on life? Because it seems to be a little bit lifing right now. Not in a bad way, just there's no time to film. There's no time to film, there's no time to stitch, there's just no time. So, we went to my stepdaughter's house last weekend. Last weekend, so 2 weekends ago, because today's Tuesday, so last weekend. In the middle of that, we went to my mom's 80th, what did you call it? High tea social, let's go with that. So, it was just a tea party. Anyways, it was fun, 2 to 4. It was 2 hours, so, all the excitement and drama of an 80-year-old tea party. And then went back to my stepdaughter's place, and then worked on Monday and Tuesday, and then went over to my friend's place to babysit her kids overnight on Wednesday, and then we were going to also take her kids up to the trailer this weekend. So on Friday we decided that we'd go up to her place, but before that, on Friday, I had to go to pick up James's meds, so it's probably about a half an hour drive away, and then I had to go back to my stepdaughter's place because I forgot my meds there and I couldn't go any longer without my meds. So that was the whole day of driving. Found out that when I got back, James said, hey, we're going to ow, don't play with skaters. Hey, we're going to go pick up the kids now so we can go to the trailer now, so we get a full day there at least. We ended up going, and about a quarter, not even, maybe like an eighth of the way there. It's still a fair distance, but not, so we were driving for about half an hour, and out of the 3-hour trip, and one of the children said, I don't want to go, I just want my mom, all this stuff. So we headed back half an hour, and then took off the next morning, spent 24 hours at the trailer, came home on Sunday. James dropped off himself because there was an almost car accident. Everybody's fine. There was just some silly person, insert real words here, but some silly person that decided to cross traffic going from town to town over a highway. Anyway, he thought he could make it. Clearly he could not. James needed to do a swerve to, get out of his way. But the kids were okay. Julie and James were a little rattled, but okay, So by the time James got back to where we live, he said, you take them the rest of the way because I need to go lie down. So I said, okay, cool. Took them all the way over, dropped them off, came back, slept, woke up, and did it all again. So then yesterday, we ended up doing lawns, because that is seeming to be the only day this week where, it's not going to be raining, so we needed to do some lawns. And now today, James has gone to take off to his to his daughter's. It's his daughter, not anyways. His daughter's place again. Go see them. Go see his grandkids. Go see my grandkids, I guess you can say. And then they are 3 and 6. And then he's staying overnight. He's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning, which I hope he gets there by, because she lives about an hour and a bit away on good traffic days, so hopefully he can think about leaving early in the morning, but that's his problem, not mine. And then I'm going back over to my friend's place, because now we have a babysitting situation going on until at least the time the kids go back to school, so I'll be there every Wednesday for random amounts of times. And then Thursday, I think we're picking up and going back to the trailer for the long weekend. So I'm a little worn out. I'm a little burnt out. There was a few people who contacted me over the last couple weeks and said, hey, are you okay? Yeah, barely holding on by a thread, but yeah, I'm okay. I'm here. We're okay. We're physically okay. Everything's cool. We've just been lifing during the summer. That's what we're doing. Sorry, gonna cough. Well, that wasn't a really cough, was it? Better. Okay. But otherwise, I plan on putting those stitches in. Hopefully having a peaceful rest of the day. I have to go to work tonight, but that's nothing new. And I will see everybody in the next video. Hopefully it's going to be next Monday. I'm going to try and do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, somewhere in there, collaboration. Because I was thinking I'm going to come back when all my stitches are done. Well, that didn't happen because I clearly only got 1,200, I got 72 stitches done on Spiral Spectrum Heart, and you're not waiting around for 1,280 stitches. That's just not happening, because I'm never going to end up doing that in a timely fashion. So, ta-da! I am so glad you joined me today. I don't know how long this is because it got all chopped up, but thank you for staying with me if you're still here after this amount of time. Thank you to my new subscribers. I've only had 1 or 2 in the last couple weeks, but still, nice to see you. Thank you for joining me, even though it seems very crazy. I do have 2 more cats, but they are both sleeping on the bed right now. But Skitters seems to be here every time I film a video, every time I sit in this spot, because this is actually his spot. He is here most of the time. Anyway, I am going... Why do I do that? I put my hand on his side of the face, and then he bites me. Don't do that. He says, don't do that, Mummy. Anyways, I hope you have a great rest of the week. Sorry for it being so random. This episode seemed to be a little scattered in chaos, but what would a normal Julie episode be if it wasn't? So, Sparkle and Shine, have a great rest of your stitching time. I hope you got a lot done in this, however long this is, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye, everybody.